1992, the year of the home run.
Look out, baby, it's gone!
Oh, my.
My.
Tubby, take another 10 days off, big fella. Comes up twice, 2 dingers. You gotta be kidding me. Greg Tubbs going downtown for the second time.
2-0, and Martin drives one deep to right. Oh, that ball's crushed out of here! Whoa, baby, that ball was drilled. Prince, high fly ball, back to left. Casillas back at the wall. It's gone.
Uh-oh.
And there's a ball hit deep right field.
And wave it goodbye. Eddie Zambrano, home run.
The leader of the Homer Time gang was veteran journeyman Brian Dorsett. Dorsett was the most important offensive cog on the club. His versatility as a catcher, first baseman, and designated hitter allowed him to play more games than he ever had before. A fixture in the Herd's lineup as the cleanup hitter, Brian topped the club with 21 round trippers and capped off a brilliant season when he drove in his 100th run.
The 1-2 to Dorsett, swung on, line shot, right field, base hit. RBI number 100 for Brian Dorsett, hitting the century mark.
Brian Dorsett proved one thing to me in 1992, that he is a major league hitter. I felt it all along. When I tell people he's a major league hitter, now they can't deny that he is, because he had the average, the home runs, and the 100 RBIs. That's tough, because being a catcher out of 144 games at AAA, you're going to miss quite a bit of those, and to drive 100 runs in 120, 125 games is a tremendous accomplishment. I think he's a major league hitter, and I feel that he should be in the major leagues in 1993.
Hammering from the left side of the plate was Al Martin. Martin blended power and speed, becoming the only player in the association to reach the 2020 mark in home runs and stolen bases. Martin led the league with 15 triples, and on July 2nd became the first Bison since 1979 to homer 3 times in a single game. He also took his exciting style of play into the outfield, where running down fly balls was his specialty.
Oh, what an acrobatic play by the Bison left fielder.
Al Martin was the most talented player in the American Association this past season. There's no limit to what Al Martin can do. He spent all of his time playing football, and he's really probably about 1,500 at-bats behind most of the players at this level. And if he keeps developing the way he did when he gets his 1,500 at-bats, you're going to see one of the quality players in the National League.
Martin was rewarded by being named an Association All-Star and being promoted to Pittsburgh. Top prospect Carlos Garcia also reached double digits in homers. Prior to the All-Star break, Garcia homered in 5 straight games.
Grand slam! Carlos Garcia!
Carlos Garcia homers in the first inning for the 2nd consecutive night. He's done it again! He's done it again!
5 home runs in 5 games for Carlos Garcia.
Carlos was in a class of his own in the field, at the plate, and on the base paths.
Carlos is what they call a 5+ player. He can run, he can field, he can throw, he can hit, and he can hit with power. Most people can't do all that. You're lucky to get 3 out of 5. I think Carlos Garcia has as much talent as any young shortstop I've seen in many, many years.
Garcia's play earned him a berth in the AAA All-Star game and won him a promotion to Pittsburgh at the end of August. The home run, mixed with league-leading pitching, jump-started the Bison's quest for their 2nd consecutive Eastern Division title. The road would not be easy, as the division was well-matched.
Very tough division. When you got to battle all year like that, and you don't have any, you can't come up for a breath of air. It's tooth and nail, day in, day out. Nobody's willing to give. We bent, but we didn't break.
The Bisons and their old nemesis, Indianapolis, began to pull away from the pack in July, bringing a pennant stretch run that rivaled seasons gone by. The race would not be decided until 3 days were left in the season.
0-1 pitch. Line drive into left field. Base hit. Here comes Garcia. Is there going to be a play at the plate? He's in there! The Bisons win it 2-1. Tom Prince.
Just as the pennant race was heating up on the field, so was the fun, action, and adventure at Pilot Field. Just as wacky as the Philly fanatic was Tim Wakefield's knuckleball. Before earning national recognition with Pittsburgh, Wakefield's efforts were appreciated by Bison fans who cheered him on to 10 AAA victories.
It's bunted, a good one. Wakefield field, throws to third, one to first. Hey, they got two, baby!
Despite his promotion to the Pirates with a month to go in the Bison season, Wakefield led the association in complete games and then went on to win 10 more games for the Pirates, including 2 in the playoffs. Wakefield highlighted a staff of crafty veterans and top prospects.
0-2 pitch. He struck him out.
Under Spin Williams, they continued the Bison's tradition, leading the association in ERA. 9 Buffalo pitchers got called up to the Pirates, who were looking for a closer. Bloss Minor led the Bisons with 18 saves, anchoring the bullpen.
1-2 pitch. He struck him out. The ball game is over. The save is Bloss Minor's.
Dave Clark was on fire in August. His return to Buffalo was met with great expectations. Clark did not let Bison fans down.
Dave Clark makes a brilliant sliding on the keister catch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Clark hits a high drive, a blast deep to right center. Going back, it's gone.
A 30 home run hitter with Buffalo in 1987, Clark provided veteran leadership all year long.
Dave Clark was probably the biggest behind-the-scene leader we had in 1992.
Another member of the Homer Time gang, Clark used his mighty sledgehammer to connect on 10 round trippers. AAA All-Star Eddie Zambrano nearly had another chance to win $1 million for a lucky fan, but was denied the opportunity after a successful pickoff at second base. He did, however, connect for 16 round trippers, including 7 during June, when he also knocked in 26 runs. Zambrano was awesome in the outfield as well.
And the runner going to try to go from first to third. The throw by Zambrano down there, and they got him.
Racking up 15 outfield assists, including this strike to plate blocker Tom Prince. Kevin Young was a long shot to make the 92 Bisons. But whether he kept his socks high or low, he was most deserving of the American Association's Rookie of the Year award.
Kevin Young probably was the most complete player as far as on the field idea of what was happening during the ball game and what was happening on the field. And I think he has the best reactions I've seen at third base since Brooks Robinson.
Young was unbelievable at home, where he used all fields to hit a team-best .365 and fielded like a Gold Glover.
Tremendous play by third baseman Kevin Young.
Home sweet home. For the Bisons, it's known as Pilot Field, the place where excitement is in the air, on the field, and in the seats. For the 5th straight season, it hosted better than 1 million fans and showcased minor league baseball's best entertainment, including a return visit by Huey Lewis and the News. The Marine Midland Concert Series also included appearances from Michael McDonald to the Doobie Brothers, the legendary Chubby Checker, Tommy James, and the Turtles. Buffalo started August 3 games out of first, but for the second straight year, August would prove to be their month.
Diving stop by Carlos Garcia. He dives, does he hold? Yes, he does.
Now look at Tolentino. Flips it with his glove. Tracy barehands it.
That's 3 stars on this scorecard, and highlight film material definitely.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Santangelo the squeeze on. Well, the bunt is popped to the air, back home, and a diving catch by Prince just before he ate some crushed brick. And he cracks it to the third base side. Fair ball. Diving stop, foul territory. Young to first base, and they call him out.
The Herd steamrolled through August, celebrating 24 wins, and their dominance at Pilot Field continued.
Bounding ball might get through. It does. Leo Garcia picks up. Prince heading home. Throw to the plate, not in time. Bisons win it 4-3 in the 11th.
Arch rival Indianapolis came to Pilot Field early in the month for a key 3-game series. The Indians held a 2-game lead in the standings when the series began and took the lead in the first inning of the first game. But the homer put the Bisons on top.
The 3-ball, 2-strike pitch, runner going, swung on in a drive, deep right center field. That ball is going, and gone. Jose Tolentino with his 4th, and the Bisons have a 2-1 lead.
A pair of RBI singles brought Buffalo to a 4-2 lead before Kevin Young put the Indians away.
And Young hits a tremendous drive, deep right center. That ball is off the base of the wall, bounces up for a ground rule double, and Al Martin comes home to score.
The Bison's left-handed stopper, Mike Dalton, was called upon to nail down the win.
2-2 pitch, called him out. Goff took strike 3 down the middle.
Buffalo jumped on top quickly in Game 2, scoring twice in the first. The Indians tied the score, but Al Martin came through with his forte.
Here's the 0-1 from Hurst, and Martin lines it in toward the gap, right center. That's going to go all the way to the wall. It should clear the bases as Hall comes around the score. Martin is headed to third. He'll be there easily, standing up with a bases-clearing triple.
Tolentino again unleashed Buffalo's prime weapon.
The 2-0. Tolentino drives that towards left. Stairs goes back on the ball. He'll look up, and it's gone.
Jose's homer proved to be the winning run, and the Herd was tied for first with Indy. Game 3 was the battle for first place. But hard work and hustle enabled Buffalo to take the lead in the 8th.
Base hit. Young will come home to score. There's an insurance run. The ball bobbled. Garcia trying for the extra base. He slides in safely. 4-2 Buffalo, and they're standing at Pilot Field.
Once again, the Herd called for relief from Mike Dalton.
Now the 3-2. He struck him out.
The Bisons sweep the Indians here.
The series sweep created a 3-game shift in the standings and helped set the stage for September 5th. The Nashville Sounds remain the final hurdle in Buffalo's quest for capturing their 2nd consecutive division title. A scoreless tie was broken when the Sounds plated a run in the top of the 5th. But the Bisons tied the score in a pinch hit single by Pete Beeler.
Pitch is grounded up the middle, a base hit. Now Zambrano's going to be waved. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's not in time, and it's a tie ball game.
A hard slide by Greg Tubbs at second broke up a double play and allowed the go-ahead run to score.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball, got away, strike 3. Here comes Prince. The throw to the plate as he slides in. He is safe under the tag of service. Bisons extend the lead to 3-1.
The crowd sensed a championship celebration at hand as the Herd handed a 2-run lead over to stopper Bloss Minor in the 9th.
It's on its way. 0-2, fly ball to Greg Tubbs again. Standing and waiting. He's got it. And so do the Bisons. Title number 2. The Bisons clinch their 2nd straight, and this time knock off the team that so left them disappointed 2 years ago as they gather out in center this time.
The Bisons were heading back to the playoffs with their sights set on what they did not accomplish the year before. The Bisons traveled to Oklahoma City to open the playoffs. In the series opener, Buffalo sent Victor Cole to the mound while the 89ers countered with former Bison Steve Fire-Ovic. The Herd struck first in the 2nd when a groundout plated the first run. Then in the 3rd, Tom Prince blasted a homer deep to left.
And watch that one sail out of here. Tom Prince, who had 9 in the regular season, hits one here, and it's 3-0 Buffalo.
The 89ers went ahead on Ray Stevens' grand slam home run. But it was homer time again for Buffalo.
Got a chance,
fly
Pete.
ball. Yes, it does have a chance. Miller is back at the wall. Watch out, Marlboro man. It's tied up.
Huh.
Brian Dorsett makes it 7-7.
A run-scoring single by Jeff Richardson put Buffalo ahead. But a pinch-hit homer tied the score again in the bottom of the 9th. But the night belonged to Stevens.
All right, Miller goes back to tag.
I don't think that's deep enough.
No, Bullitt makes the catch. He's going to try to score. Throw to the plate, not in time. Niners win.
The tone was set. The Bisons failed to hold leads in each of the 3 games at Oklahoma City. The Bisons returned to Pilot Field down 3-0. Buffalo took an early 4-1 lead. But once again, the lead slipped away. Led by series MVP Ray Stevens, Oklahoma City scored 10 times to earn a sweep of the Bisons and the American Association Championship. The Bison's success in 1992 came from the contributions of many. Mark Pitkazik established a team record when he retired 19 batters in a row on June 1st.
Mark Pitkazik retires the final 19 Redbirds hitters.
Victor Cole led the pitching staff with 11 wins. After starting the year in Italy, Drew Hall joined the Herd and fanned 9 Redbirds in his Bison debut. Infielder Jeff Richardson showed greatness in the field while his 12-game hitting streak was tops on the team. Veteran John Cerruti contributed a 4-0 record down the stretch, while Mike York won the division-clinching game. Greg Edge capped off the championship season by playing all 9 positions in a September game against Nashville. And Jose Tolentino's homer to center field, the first ever at Pilot Field, will never be forgotten.
And Tolentino cracks one back to center. Santangelo going back, looking up. It's gone! The first home run to center field in Pilot Field history. That ball just kept carrying. And those who have hung in here on a wet evening have just witnessed a piece of history.
And finally, the Bison fans, who cheered their team on to a second straight division championship and filled Buffalo's downtown ballpark on their way to surpassing the 1 million mark in attendance for a 5th straight season. Things change. The Bisons will head into the 1993 season with Doc Edwards at the helm. With a 2-year renewal with Pittsburgh, Bison fans will be able to chart the continued progress of the young Bucks and look forward to another action-filled season in '93. New manager Doc Edwards has great plans for the coming year.
As a manager, I do like to make things happen. Hit and run, steal, just play an exciting brand of baseball. I would like to have a balanced ball club next year. And again, to be with such class people in such a class town, it's a dream come true.